When I looked at all my subscriptions, I couldn't believe how many I was paying for and not using. Streaming services, apps, memberships, it adds up. That's why I use and recommend Rocket Money. It's a personal finance app that finds and cancels unwanted subscriptions, tracks your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. The best part? You can cancel subscriptions right inside the app with just a few taps. No awkward phone calls or hunting for passwords. With Rocket Money, all your accounts are in one dashboard. Your checking, savings, loans, and investments are all there, so you can see your entire financial picture at a glance. It organizes every transaction automatically, sets budgets, sends real-time alerts for big charges, and gives you easy-to-read reports. I keep a close eye on all my finances, and Rocket Money gives me an even smarter view. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/Kim. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. Go now. rocketmoney.com/Kim. Hey, this is the third hour of the Kim Komando Show. So glad that you're here with us. Sit back and enjoy. Have you ever taken a flight and then you get down to baggage claim and you see all the suitcases coming out and going around and around and around on the carousel, and everybody's picking up their bags except for you, and then that moment happens, the carousel stops?
I'm knocking on wood right now because no, that's never happened.
Oh, that has happened to me.
It sounds so awful.
It does. It happened to me in Paris once. And go ahead, try to talk to them and say, in English, I can't find my luggage.
We do not care about your bag. Go back to America, okay? I'm on my permanent smoke break.
Which is true. Turns out that airlines are saying that if you use your AirTags, folks are seeing up to a 90% drop in bags that disappear.
How do they know an AirTag's in there?
Because it works now with the apps. It all integrates together. And so if you have an AirTag, you can say, I have an AirTag. And then so your airline app will actually show you where the bag is based on everything. So it's all connected. Also tile trackers if you're on Team Android. You know, I tried to sue the airport once for losing my luggage.
Did you?
I lost my case.
Ba-dum-bum.
And on that happy note, welcome. It's the Kim Komando Show. It's the nation's largest, best, biggest, award-winning show about all things digital. I'm, of course, your digital goddess, Kim Komando, here with you. And joining me is Andrew Babinski. He's my co-host here and also co-host on the morning show on 99.9 FM. And you can find us on over 425 top stations across the United States. And, of course, we're streaming in your favorite radio app. And you can get the Kim Komando Show as a podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, we are everywhere. Just search for Komando with a K. And if you're more of a visual type of person, well, that's easy breezy. Head over to youtube.com/Kim Komando. That's youtube.com/Kim Komando. And if you'd like to join us here on the big show, well, the easiest way is for you to go to komando.com. And up in the top right-hand corner, there's a link that says Ask Kim. And you fill that out, and one of our producers will get back with you. This way, you don't have to sit on hold for hours and hours and hours to wait for us. You know, people actually do that, to have a conversation with us. You know, people wait for hours to talk to me, for Andrew, and you just get to talk to me any given moment.
I can't wait to get out of here and stop talking to you. So it's so weird someone's on the opposite side.
That hurts my heart.
I know. Carry on.
All right, before we start off your phone calls, these are some things that you need to know about so that you are tech smart. You know what's going on. You're always going to be tech ahead. And we're going to start with China. China says that there aren't enough satellites in the sky.
No?
They don't like that Elon Musk Starlink, powered by 49,000 satellites, is going to bring high-speed internet to even the most remote locations in the planet.
Elon Musk has 49,000
Well, that's
satellites?
what he wants to get to.
Okay.
So, but China says we are going to launch our own low Earth orbit satellites for reasons that are not clear. They're going to be launching 200,000 satellites.
I am not a mathematician, but that's a lot.
That would put, at any given moment, tens of thousands of Chinese satellites over America.
We're not going to allow that.
Gosh, we let the balloon go through.
That's one balloon. 10,000 satellites, we might notice.
This is a question that we're getting asked a lot. How do I get my site indexed by AI because AI has destroyed my web traffic? Okay.
It's a sad reality.
I don't want to say who it is.
Okay.
Because this was said to me in a private conversation.
Okay.
But I was astounded that a major publication on the internet says they will be gone within 2.5 years. 3 years.
Like a magazine?
Huge. More. Just huge, huge, huge. Because their traffic is down almost 80%.
Is it the New York Times?
No.
Okay.
No, they have a big digital subscription. But the company I'm talking about is right up there. And
Okay.
the CEO was actually complimenting me, saying that because they don't have anything other than articles that are available anywhere else, and there's nothing there.
So how do they pivot? How do they save themselves? They're just going to accept extinction?
He said, it's kind of, it's when you think about it, it's kind of like you take this big monolith and you're like going,
Hard to pivot
Yes.
because of the size and
exactly,
scope.
exactly. So if you want to get your site into AI, it's called AIO, not EIO, AIO, Artificial Intelligence Optimization.
Ooh.
Now, what happened was that a lot of SEO, search engine optimization, that they came out and they said, all right, if you write little chunks of data and give a whole bunch of lists, then AI will love you and they will start recommending you. No. That's not how it works. As a matter of fact, Google came out and they said that what AI really wants from your site is for you to write for humans, not algorithms. So forget the list, forget the little chunk size. Use clear headlines, author bylines, actual credentials, sources, citations, and have other people recommend you.
Can I be a skeptic
Yes.
and say why the Google wants that? And that's right. I said the Google is so that everything is easily read by AI so it can learn the headline, know who wrote it, and steal everything from it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Just so we're all clear.
We're going to steal from you. Could you please leave the front door unlocked? That's basically what they're saying.
Let's see. Hey, if you're looking to buy a hard drive these days, prices have soared. Analysts tracked 12 popular hard drives, and they found the average price has jumped about 50%. Why? Because of AI. That's right. AI is building all these different data centers, and they're just guzzling up all the hardware. Meanwhile, Ford CEO Jim Farley wants you to know something big is brewing, a $30,000 EV truck. They say built on their new universal EV platform. Didn't they just get rid of the Lightning? I think I heard that.
They did.
Yes, okay. He says pivoting to this is an effort compared to the Apollo space program.
Wow, that's pretty bold for a pickup.
They've stopped production on the old Escape. They've installed mega casting machines, and they wrote their own software. It should be here in 2027. Now, when you think Amish, what do you think?
Butter churns. Rumspringa.
Handmade quilts,
Sure.
horse and buggy,
Of course.
zero tech. Well, hold your horses because the Amish are now riding e-bikes.
That's electricity.
No, it's not. You might think it might be electricity.
E. What does the E in the e-bike stand for?
Electric.
That's electricity.
No, they're hopping on these battery-powered bikes to get to work, haul supplies, run errands. They say the horses are expensive, slow, and require a lot of upkeep and vet bills. And so you could say they're trading horsepower for watt power. And what power is that? Solar powered.
That's how they're charging them.
Yes. Yes. So they're not using the grid. They're not using any gas. Simple living. It's off the grid energy. Boy, I'll tell you, the Amish, they found a loophole and they're pedaling right through it.
You're so proud of that. I'm pedaling right through it. Did you hear that punchline, kids?
Oh, I hate you.
I know.
Would you buy a car if it didn't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in it?
That's a great question because normally you don't want to think. When you're buying a car, I want a real transmission. I want X amount of horsepower in an engine. I got to be able to seat a gaggle of humans. But CarPlay is like a make or break.
50% of new car buyers say they will not buy a car if it doesn't have CarPlay in it or Android Auto.
We got a 2009 Nissan Murano from Mackenzie, and we gave it to her. That was the first question she asked. Oh my gosh, does it have CarPlay? And I'm like, no, it's 2009. Oh, gosh. Of course it doesn't.
Did she look at you like a loser dad?
She couldn't, be that upset. She got a car for her birthday, but still it was like, oh, okay.
Well, GM, makers of Chevy, Buick, and Cadillac, they say that we don't want CarPlay or Android Auto in our cars because we want to be able to have the better experience. We want to show you things in the dashboard. We want you to like be part of our community, not of the Android or Apple community. So therefore, we are going to create a safer dashboard and one that is less distracting.
Okay. I'm listening.
They're so full of crap. I mean, then they can actually say this with a straight face. Okay, the reason why is because if they don't control CarPlay or Android Auto, they get to get all the data.
Right.
They get to sell you the subscriptions for the heated seats and the upgraded suspension and whatever it may be. And so now all the other car makers, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Ford, Toyota, the rest, they say, we're just watching this. We're just
to see if it
watching
works?
This. Yes.
The only thing is if I have my phone and I will put in an address, because that's the number one thing for CarPlay, right? If you didn't have your phone, open up your Maps app, put in the address and hit go, you probably wouldn't even care what it was, what the interface was.
Well, I still like to get my texts and my phone calls and everything through.
But even if you had standard Bluetooth, you could have that capability. Probably wouldn't work as well.
Yeah, and I like to be able to touch the screen.
Okay.
Because that's not distracted driving.
Safety. But as long as I can do that, I don't care what you call it. You can slap whatever name on it. I just want to be able to, from my phone, put in my GPS address. Because talking to that navigation thing through my steering wheel.
I hate that.
Never works.
I was driving last night down to, I hadn't been, there's a place in Phoenix, and Barry told me the whole history of it. Celebrity Theater.
Yeah.
Okay, when's the last time you've been to Celebrity Theater?
I don't know, the 80s?
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't remember. It's been in existence since 1963. It looks like it. It does. So, but anyway, I put that in there, and I was given directions to CarPlay, and then on my G-Wagon, the Mercedes gal was like, how can I help you? I'm like, stop. And I have like these two, Siri and the gal from Mercedes, like talking to each other. I'm like, okay, I just wanted to drive directions.
I did it. I was like, I need to drive to Dick's Sporting Goods. And it responded with, starting route to Fry's Food and Drugstore. I'm like, I said Dick's Sporting Goods. You incompetent computer.
You know what? 20 years from now, people won't understand our pain.
No, exactly.
They won't. I have a really bad joke.
What's new?
Okay, Don McLean lobbied for GM to be included in a car maker tax.
Did he?
He wanted to bring his Chevy to the levee.
But the levee was dry.
Oh, gosh, I just crack myself up sometimes. You know that glow that you see on people who just seem to radiate health? It's not just great lighting. It's what's happening inside their body. One of the best kept secrets to looking and feeling amazing is collagen. You see, as we age, our body naturally produces less collagen, which can lead to wrinkles, thinning hair, brittle nails, and feeling less flexible than we used to. But the good news is that you can support your body naturally with high-quality collagen from NativePath. You're giving your body the building blocks it needs to support smoother-looking skin, stronger nails, shinier hair, and some studies suggest that collagen supplements may also help support bone health. It's not about turning back time. It's about feeling your best at any age. And right now, you can get NativePath collagen for just a fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping and a free gift bundle because you are a Kim Commando listener. Just go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Coming right back, we're going to start all of your phone calls here on the Kim Commando Show. Ever heard of the audience effect? It's when we change our behavior when we think we're being watched. Well, online, we're always being watched. Your internet provider tracks everything you do, even in private mode. That's why I use ExpressVPN. It's the tool I trust to keep my internet connection protected. With one click, it hides everything I do online and sends it through a secure connection so no one can see or track my online activity. Here's the best part. ExpressVPN works across all your devices, your phone, laptop, tablet, even your smart TV. One subscription protects up to 8 devices, so your whole family stays secure. Don't wait. Protect your family's internet connection today with ExpressVPN. Right now, you can get my special offer of 4 extra months with ExpressVPN. Just go to expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim for 4 extra months of privacy protection. Don't wait. Check it out right now at expressvpn.com/Kim. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure that you sign up for the Current newsletter. It's my 5 out of 5-star rated newsletter. Everybody loves the Current. You just need to try it. Go to getkim.com. That's getkim.com. And here's a little secret. I'm going to be starting a cash giveaway soon. Yes, and you want to be part of that. Getkim.com. All right, how about we start with Jim in Oklahoma City. Welcome aboard, Jim. What's going on with you today, and how can we lend a hand?
Oh, nice to get to speak to you, Kim. Long-time listener. I listen to you every Saturday morning on my way to work.
Oh, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. What's going
Enjoy
on?
your newsletter, and it causes me to go down a rabbit hole for about an hour and a half or so.
Oh, no.
Checking out the links. But one of the things that I've been curious about, and after talking to your producer the other day, I ended up getting a bunch of ads on the computer because of being too close to my computer while talking to her. Curious about trying to invest into AI.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was had to do it all over again back in '97, $18 a share to buy into Amazon, $1,000, I'd be in $2.2 million.
Let me tell you something, Jim. You and me both. Okay, just saying. I'm hanging on to GoPro stock, and so. I just, so are you asking me, like, what are the AI leaders that you should be looking at, the companies?
I guess because I don't know what is true or what is not, because some of these robots, sometimes you know what they're after. They're after the cash.
Oh, well, for sure. So, yeah, let me just, I gotta just tell you, I can't give legal advice because I'm not qualified to do
Right.
that. But I will tell you, let's go back into the gold rush days. The people who made the money were not the miners, right? The people who sold the picks and the shovels made all the money. And I will tell you that I am heavily personally invested into AI stocks. And because having not invested into Amazon and Apple and the other ones at that time, because I was too busy starting a company, I've taken more of an interest now to say, what are some areas that I should be investing in? Of course, number one on everybody's list is NVIDIA, because that's the company that's making all the AI chips. Broadcom is one of the engines. You also have Palo Alto Networks and Cloudflare. Also, utilities and energy companies, because they have to power all these different data centers. You have the big players in AI, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet. These are the big dogs in there. Apple, we're kind of seeing what's going on with that. I mean, of course, it's always a solid company.
ChatGPT, the company that owns that,
OpenAI.
They're not public yet, right?
No, and then also in the spring we have, which I have already put it out there. I mean, I want to be part of this, is the SpaceX IPO, and that's Elon Musk's Starlink, and that they expect to be the biggest IPO in the history ever.
Wow.
$1 trillion.
I hope it's affordable.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be affordable or not. But so you start looking at the power companies, like I said, nuclear, solar, grid technology. These are the brain centers, and the picks and the shovels, so to speak. And yeah, of course, there's always going to be like, I got to make 1,000% return on this new AI note taker. Okay, I got that the other day. How many different AI note taker apps are there right now?
Only 56.
Exactly. So you want to stick with the core and don't go on the fringe and don't believe the hype. Jim, thank you for your call today and also your kind words about the newsletter. I appreciate that. All right, imagine this. You pull into your driveway, you turn off the car, and then it hits you. You forgot to put the trash out again. Has that happened to you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, your phone has a hidden superpower called location reminders. It uses GPS to remind you exactly when you arrive or leave somewhere. Now, on your iPhone, it's built in. You open the Reminders app, add your task, look at the info button, and then turn on location. Then you set that for when you want to arrive or leave your house. And whatever day it is, you got to take the trash out or take the cans in. Now, on Android, you have to use the task.org app. This connects to your Google account. It's free. And it brings back location reminders. So again, location reminders. Let's see, Patricia in Orlando, Florida. Welcome aboard, Patricia. What's going on with you today?
Well, for the first thing, I wish I had your computer knowledge. I am so frustrated trying to figure out how someone is disconnecting my internet. They have all my passwords on my server and my security account because my brother gave them to him when he was at my home. And my security cameras are useless once the internet is off. So I don't have one picture to prove someone has been coming into my home. And I mean coming into my home for years. I changed the locks in the house. The garage door opener, in fact, I changed them twice. The garage door opener identification I changed. I've lost everything that hasn't been nailed down.
Oh, gosh.
But on my service account, I recently discovered, just last week, 3 phones were attached to my list of devices. 3 iPhones. iPhone 16, 12, and 11. Guess who has the 11?
You?
I have given the IP and MAC address to a detective who's working with me. I had the other phones taken off my account, and apparently they can get the information, the detective can, but he has to go to Apple and with a subpoena.
Okay,
So
wait.
now-
We need to just back up just a little bit, okay?
I know, I'm so frustrated, Kim.
I know, I can hear it with you. But so how did you mentioned something with your brother that he gave it to them? And
Yeah. Yeah.
What went down with that, Patricia?
You know what? If I knew, I would feel so much better. My brother told me that he was going to destroy me financially, and Kim, he has.
Oh.
It's been almost 4 years that I've been living with the stress. What's going to happen next? He took my FICO score from almost an 800 down to 585 because I signed a power of attorney stupidly to let him. Well, he said he was going to protect the money that I gave him for a down payment on a house by putting my name on the deed. And that's why I signed the power of attorney. And the other reason was I wasn't going to be here when the house was closing.
Okay.
So I trusted him. That was the first mistake.
Okay.
So now he's using the power of attorney. He's used it 2 or 3 times with different bank, with one bank. This one bank, if they had not given him the money, he would never have been able to do a thing to me. So he's used it, and it's been, let's see, it was revoked a year after. It was revoked, and then he used it a year after, and when it's no good. And the banks took it.
Oh, man.
It goes into, it's such a mess. You know what? I have never, ever been into anything, any difficulty with anything legal. I got the house, and when I got it through the court system, it is riddled with the money that the banks gave him.
So
It's
he
not
took
worth-
out mortgages, second mortgages on your home?
Yeah. This
Oh,
is the
my
house
gosh.
it's his house that I was put on the note for, but I didn't even know I was put on the note until 2 years afterwards because I never got any money. I never got any information.
he used the power of attorney
I never
to
got
do it.
anything. Yeah, and he did. And I'm trusting him. So for 2 years I didn't know, and then one day he tried to sell it using the power of attorney, and I found out. And so that's when I went right to the lawyer and got it revoked. And 2 days later, guess what? A loan on the house.
Wow.
That came through.
Have you talked to him about all these things?
Yeah.
You want me to talk to him? He's up for 3 charges now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's not a lot you can say there.
Sure.
You can just...
No, I
So who
don't
do
want
you
to
think-
talk to
who
him
do you
ever
think
in my whole life.
I just want to
don't
know, who do you think
That-
is shutting off your cameras and coming into your home?
Well, here's what the fellow said. Spectrum is my server. He said it's close. Wherever they are, they're close. So that's somebody in my neighborhood. I have one person that I have in mind, a fellow that my brother made friends with when he lived here. He and his wife and a lovely dog, but I could have ridden him. He's so big.
Well, okay, let's talk about how to lock him out, okay? Of your digital life.
Okay.
Okay. You need to consider this a really bad marriage. Okay. And if you truly want to lock him out forever, you need to take drastic moves, which, you've been living in hell for the last 4 years, right?
You're right, honey.
Okay.
And I don't deserve it. I've
No.
never done a thing to
Okay.
anybody.
And it's been very stressful. And you're probably getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning, worried about everything.
How did you know that?
And let me tell you something. Everybody has that one person in their family. This just happens to be your brother. There's always that one person in the family where you're like, if we weren't related, I would never talk to this person again. So you're not alone. Only you trusted your brother because you were raised that way. Your parents said, your siblings, you have to help each other, right? This is the way it is.
Right.
Okay. And family always comes first. I can't tell you how many times my father told me that. Family always comes first.
Right. My brother told me I wouldn't do anything because I was too stupid. Boy, he's got the wrong girl.
We are going to cut him out now. So let's start with your phone. You need to shut that phone down, get a whole new account.
Different company.
Exactly.
I was thinking about that.
Okay. So you need to get a different company, and then if you can go to the store and do it, that's what I want you to do. And go to the nearest consumer cellular store, whoever you want to go to. They're a sponsor of the show, and explain to them that I want to get a brand new iPhone, and you want to be able to lock down this account with a special PIN, and a PIN that will be a 4-digit number that nobody will have access to your account unless they have that 4-digit PIN. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Then you want to get rid of the internet that you have. Get a new provider. Okay.
Okay.
And when you get the router, you need to be able to lock it down again with passwords. Change the password. Do all that other good stuff. Have whoever you get it from, have them come in, tell them you need to change the password. You need to lock it down.
And if you're worried about someone's casing your house, just get a cellular company. There's multiple cellular companies that sell home internet in a box that you just plug into the wall and connect all your devices to.
And that may be all you need because, you're not sitting there doing heavy-duty gaming and video and all that other stuff, right? You're not doing that.
I've got the Brinks. Brinks is coming in. As a matter of fact, he was here 3 weeks ago. And because I had taken some of the sensors off the windows to clean them, I finally had a body to help me clean my windows. And I couldn't put the sensors back properly. I put them as close as I could, et cetera, but it still didn't work. Anyway, the guy came out and he tested everything, put everything to rights, tested them with the Brinks company itself. Yesterday, my neighbor came over, and I was telling him what was going on, and he looked at the windows, and he said, Pat, do you know there's no sensors on this window? And then he pushed up the window, and it was wide open.
Okay. You need a better security company.
Yeah.
Okay?
But we can't get the pictures because the internet's down. And the minute the internet is down, there's no pictures with the security system.
You need a better security system. And when the internet is going to be fine, once you get a new provider in there, you need to start from scratch. May need to move.
Control-Alt-Delete.
Yes.
Get rid of everything.
Everything.
Technology.
Take these steps. You need any help afterwards, Patricia, I'm right here for you. All right, I don't know if you know this, but I only speak English.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I have tried Rosetta Stone. I tried Duolingo.
What language did you want to try and learn?
I would really like to be proficient in Spanish and French and Italian if I could.
So Spanish makes sense because where we're at in the Southwest, so I get that.
And it was actually quite comical that when I was in the Galapagos Islands, that I was there with my niece and Ian and my nephew. We were, sailing around the Galapagos, and I had one too many lemon drop martinis, and suddenly I was fluent in Spanish.
How?
I don't know how it happens, but when I have a cocktail or two, my high school Spanish comes right back.
That's hilarious.
I know. My niece still talks about it today. She's like, remember when you were talking to the whole crew in Spanish?
You've unlocked it.
Here's what's kind of interesting to me is that Zoom rolled out real-time voice translations. And so you speak English in a Zoom call, your colleague in Tokyo hears Japanese through their headphones. Video tools like HeyGen and Pangaea, they go further. They reanimate your lips to match the translated audio. Your mouth moves like you're actually speaking the language. By the way, Google Meet does the same thing, real-time translation. So if you are trying to have a conversation with somebody in another country or whatever, now we have that real-time AI translation.
No cocktails needed.
Darn it. More of the show coming up.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use, helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Alrighty then, Steve in Salt Lake City, Utah. Oh, I love this. A European vacation, right up my alley. I love to travel. What's going on?
Hello, Kim. How are you?
Great, great.
It's a pleasure to speak with you and Andrew today. I'm looking forward to this conversation.
So you're planning a trip?
Are you taking us with you?
Yeah, are you taking us with you?
Unfortunately, I can't do that, but
Uncle
my budget
Steve.
doesn't allow that.
Oh, brother Steve.
Yeah, my daughter's been in the Army for the past 5 years, and she's getting out in the middle of April.
Oh,
so my
nice.
wife and I are planning. She wants to go to the UK, so we're going to take her on a 10 to 12-day trip to the UK. So my goal is to plan out the whole trip using AI. Like we're going to start in London and end up in Manchester. So like 12 days, rental car, where to stay, because we want to stay like in base. She's a big Pride and Prejudice Jane Austen girl. So she wants to go see all these little villages and
how
Downton
fabulous.
Abbey houses.
That's going to be so fun.
So that's her. So we want to be able to which villages do we want to get an Airbnb in or a Vrbo, and where's a good base to stay in this location? Where's a good base city for this location? And how many days to get to these areas? So I've been looking at AI to help me with this. And when you Google it or whatever, you get to bookings.com or these different travel sites, right? And they have their AI, but they want you to everything through them, right? So I don't want to do that. So I'm just looking for good AI, plan a good 10, 12-day trip, here's the areas we want to see and see what it says.
I would I'd probably start with Gemini, Google Gemini.
Google Gemini?
Yeah, because it'll pull directly from Google Maps and Google Flights and will give you some real-time info. And then it will also factor in driving time, trains, stops, things like that. And the more information that you give it, the better the agenda will be. I mean, you can say, we want to maybe go for a 30-minute walk, or we want to see, like you said, Jane Austen type of things. Now, there are specialty trip planning AI, like one is called Wonder Plan, that you might want to check out. I personally, anytime I want to do this, is that I used to use ChatGPT, but I found it lacking recently because I'm thinking about, I was planning a ski trip over the weekend, and I tried to use ChatGPT. And I was like, you know what, you used to be good, but now you're lame. And so I went over to Gemini, and it seemed to really do a good job.
Okay, because I know there's a lot of Claude's out there. There's a lot of different platforms to
Claude is
check out.
Claude is more for, I would say, business use.
Okay.
ChatGPT is more for general personal use, and Gemini seems to be the winner right now. They've been leapfrogging on who's better, and I think right now I'm using all three, and I find myself gravitating more towards either Claude if I'm doing an outline, some scripting or things like that, and then Gemini if I'm trying to do some planning or if I need some instant answers.
I did an entire itinerary for 4 days in Indiana because I had never been to Indiana, and I basically sat there and had an hour-long conversation with ChatGPT going back and forth. Oh, I don't like this. We want something more historical. We want to eat Mexican on this day. And it just kept on updating the itinerary as it went along, and I had our whole trip planned.
And there's another site
that's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
That's perfect. There's another site that is Rome to Rio. That's Rome and the number 2 Rio. Because you don't want to rent a car when you're there. Because they drive on the other side of the road. That's not a good thing.
We don't have an issue with that.
You don't? Okay.
No. My daughter's lived in Australia
for
a couple years.
All right, you're fine with that.
Yeah, so she goes, I'll do the driving. So we're going to get a rental car.
Okay, then
so
you're fine. But one thing,
we're not renting in London. We're going to rent after we leave London.
One thing about the rental car, Steve, is that a friend of mine, you may have heard me talk about this on the show, is that she was trying to rent a car, kind of the same thing, leave London proper and then drive out and then maybe even drive down to Cornwall or back or whatever it may be. And when she was trying to get the rental car from a big time agency here in the United States, saying that she was in Phoenix, the cost was like $1,200 for a week. And then when she called me and she was complaining about how much this was going to be, I said, use ExpressVPN, change your location to say you're in London, and the same exact car, the same exact dates was like $400. So like use a VPN to help you. Yes. Say I'm booking in London area. Exactly. But if you decide not to drive anywhere, that Rome to Rio site is something that you ought to check out, because it will show you the trains between the cities, the metro between them. And, unlike here in the United States, public transportation is actually really good. Just saying. You don't like to ride the bus here in the Valley? You know what? I never have. Oh. Have you? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Really? And the light rail. Oh, I've done the light rail. That was fun. Yeah, I just did it once. That's me too. Never again. I think everybody does just do it once. Hey, Steve, have a great trip. Thanks for your call. Coming right back, how your smart car may be going dumb here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, your new car has about 1,500 computer chips inside. It runs everything from seat warmers, crash alerts. It's really high tech. Now, here's what happens when that software behind the features doesn't work anymore. The average car on U.S. roads is over 12 years old. Many connected car systems only last 7 to 10 years. So if you're buying a used car, always check to see if that car has been updated and if the connected systems still work. And just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure that you sign up for my free newsletter. You're going to love it at getkim.com. That's the end of hour 3. But don't worry, if you want more good stuff, make sure that you sign up for my free newsletter. Head over to getkim.com.